2025. We'll begin our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks, Mike. We will now have a moment of silence or prayer. Thank you. 1.3, adjustments to the agenda. Superintendent Hall, do we have any adjustments, sir?
There are none tonight.
Thank you. Our core purpose goals. Our core purpose is success for all students. Our core goal is at least 9% of students pass language arts, English, and mathematics on state assessments. We will continue to be an institution guided by ethical strength, known for its servant spirit and embodiment of the qualities of stewardship, putting students first in our priorities and decision-making. 1.5, comments from patrons. We do not have anybody that signed up to speak this evening. 2.1, assessment tools of South Madison. Mr. Kruer.
Thank you, President Lord, and thank you for the opportunity to take a few minutes to share a broad overview of student assessment in our district. Our goal is not simply to test students when we give an assessment, but to use these assessments as tools for learning. They help us identify student needs early, they help us monitor their growth, ensure readiness for state and college expectations, as well as maintain consistency across our classrooms and our schools. Assessment starts in the classroom with teacher-designed tools that could include quizzes, projects, interviews, essays, and unit tests. At the grade and department level, teachers collaborate to create common assessments, often through professional learning communities or PLCs. These provide immediate feedback, help to ensure consistency, and allow us to look at performance across classes. Screeners are quick, targeted assessments designed to identify specific needs or characteristics early. For example, WIDA is administered to any new student whose parent has indicated that a language other than English is spoken in the home. It is designed to quickly identify those students that will need additional support as English learners. The NWEA Reading Fluency Dyslexia Screener helps us catch students that may have characteristics of dyslexia that are leading to reading difficulties in our early grades. And COGAT helps us identify students with high abilities. These tools guide early interventions and services for our students. We use several formative assessments that track student growth over the year. NWEA MAP is given 3 times a year in grades K, 1, and 2. We also use NWEA Reading Fluency in K through 2, and iLearn checkpoints are required this year in grades 3 through 8 in math and English language arts. These provide ongoing data that teachers can use to adjust instruction in real time. At the end of the year, we have state and college readiness assessments. These include iLearn, iRead3, and the biology end of course assessments for our high schoolers. For secondary students, we also administer the PSAT, the SAT, and AP exams in specific content areas. These provide a snapshot of achievement, fulfill state and federal accountability requirements, and help us measure college readiness for our students. Our assessment system is intended to function at every level: the classroom, our teams, by schools, and as a district. Each part plays a role in guiding instruction and helping us provide the right supports for our students. The system should flow from classroom assessments to our screeners to growth measures and finally to the summative accountability tests. Looking ahead, we will continue supporting teachers in using data, refining our practices, and keeping the focus on student growth and student success. Happy to answer any questions you may have about this.
Mr. Kruer, required to take the SAT now, or? is
All
it-
juniors are, yes.
Oh, wow.
That started 3, maybe 4 years ago. It's the federal accountability test that the state of Indiana has adopted. So all juniors do take that test.
Do you think that SAT, I call it passing score, for lack of a better term, will be part of the grading system is gonna come back
Um,
from the state?
It could. Right now, if a junior takes it, whether on that SAT day or another day, and they reach cut score, for lack of a better term, that is set, that can count as one of the current graduation pathway requirements, or 3 different buckets with that. One of them that a student must complete in order to graduate. So a certain performance on the SAT fulfills one of those buckets, the college or the post-secondary career readiness bucket. So it very well could be a part of the school grading.
And all 10th graders have to take the PSAT?
They're not required to
Oh,
take it
okay.
in the state of Indiana. We offer it to, the vast majority of our students do, as well as some juniors that are interested in the National Merit Scholarship, because the PSAT serves as a qualifying test for that.
Do the students have to pay for the SAT test and PSAT?
No, not with us, not when they take it with us
Good.
during the SAT day.
Great. Any other questions for Mr. Crew? Thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
3.1, approval of minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees on September 18th, 2025. Anybody have any questions about those minutes? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion, okay.
Second that.
Okay. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes. Thank you, Penny. 4.1 through 4.6. If it's okay, we will take those together. Are there any objections?
Did you not do 3.2?
3.2, sure, we're going to do that. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't do that. 3.2, approval of accounts payable vouchers. Any questions for Mr. McCarty about those? Okay, we entertain a motion then.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes. Now we'll go to 4.1 through 4.6. Any objections to taking those together? Okay. Then we'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. 4.1 through 6.
Second that.
Okay. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes. 5.1, contractor approval. Mr. McCarty?
Thank you, President Lord. Tonight, the administration is requesting approval of 4 contracts and one memo of understanding with the Madison County Sheriff's Department for some equipment.
Okay, any questions about these contracts for Mr. McCarty?
Move we approve.
Okay.
Second.
Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes. 5.2, adoption of the 2026 budget. Mr. McCarty?
Thank you, President Lord and members of the board. The adopted 2026 budget calendar has been followed. The budget has been properly posted on Gateway as well as the SMCSC website. Public hearing was held on September 18th. Tonight, the administration is asking the board to adopt the 2026 budget and all resolutions pertaining to the budget as it was advertised. And there is a packet pending approval. There is a packet of about 4 items in, 3 of them relate to the budget. One will relate to 5.3, but Form 4, which is a resolution for appropriation of tax rates for all funds, which are the debt service fund, the education fund, and the operations. There's a resolution to adopt the 5-year 2026 bus replacement plan, as well as a resolution to adopt the 3-year 2026 capital projects plan.
Okay, any questions for Mr. McCarty about that?
I just appreciate all the work that went into it, and I'm sure you sleep better at night now than you did 2 weeks ago.
Once we get these loaded in the gateway now.
Okay.
You know, that'll be, and it's a team effort.
I
it's a
know it
team
is,
effort.
but the team works well together. It's a well-oiled machine.
Sure did.
I move we approve.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay. Penny?
Anna Blake, yes. Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hannah,
Yes.
Bill Hutton,
Yes.
Mark Thompson.
Yes.
John Lloyd.
Yes. 5.3, reduction of education fund, 2025 appropriations, Mr. McCarty.
Thank you, President Lord. The administration is requesting a reduction of appropriations for the 2025 budget. As we've gone through the year, we believe that our budget, we can reduce our 2025 budget in the education fund, which will allow us to roll those appropriations into the 2026 budget. And that was, that has been presented at the work session. Those figures have been computed at the work session and the posted budget, as well as the budget that was just approved. So talk about part of the packet that goes to the Department of Local Government Finance, this resolution, which is the 4th resolution that will need everyone's signature.
Okay. All right, any other questions for Mr. McCarty? Okay, Penny?
Anna Blake, yes. Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hannah,
Yes.
Bill Hutton,
Yes.
Mark Thompson.
Yes.
John Lloyd.
Yes. 5.4, approval of financing for buses, Mr. McCarty.
Thank you, President Lord. Tonight, the administration is requesting approval to finance 2 Thomas buses with Daimler. We are recommending, we've got multiple options, but the option that the administration is recommending is the 6-year term with a rate of 5.957. We have received 3 quotes, one of them from First Merchants, as well as Star Bank, and we feel that this is the best option of the 3 quotes that we've been presented.
Once we commit, how long is it going to take for us to get delivery?
Well, these, not very long. The bus purchase itself had already been approved, so these have a VIN number, so they have been built. They are either in North Carolina or they're in Silver Lake, Indiana, so, or somewhere in between. So these will not take very long.
Good.
Do the buses now, are they required to have seatbelts yet?
No.
No.
Okay, 5.4, we'll take action on that. Any other questions?
I move that we approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, Penny?
Anna Blake, yes. Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hannah,
Yes.
Bill Hutton,
Yes.
Mark Thompson.
Yes.
John Lloyd.
Yes. 6.1, 2026-27 school calendar. Dr. Hall?
All right, this is try number 2 at the school calendar. So the calendar that we brought last meeting, even though it had been reviewed by over 20 people, we realized on Friday, after it was approved, when we were converting it to put on our website, that it had 5 too many days. And so that was going to be a hard sell, for a 185-day school year. So we are bringing it back, our revised calendar, which then when we took the 5 days out, it actually allows us to start a week later than we did this year. So start date would be August 10th for teachers and 12th for the students. So I would ask for your approval of this calendar, and we will hopefully not bring it back.
All right, any other questions for Dr. Hall about the calendar?
Move we approve.
Second.
Okay. Penny?
Anna Blake, yes. Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hannah,
Yes.
Bill Hutton,
Yes.
Mark Thompson.
Yes.
John Lloyd.
Yes. 7.1, communications from patrons. We did not have anyone sign up to speak. 7.2, communications from the superintendent.
I just have a couple things. Tomorrow's the last day of the first quarter of the school year, which has gone by incredibly quick, but it's gone by, had a really good first quarter. So I just want to commend everybody for that. And then I want to congratulate Ashton Smith, who is a student at the high school. He's a National Merit Scholar semifinalist, so he's our only National Merit semifinalist we have this year. But that was announced recently, and so he will compete to be a finalist in that program in the spring. So he's a senior.
Okay.
That's all I have.
7.3, communication from the Board of School Trustees. Mr. Ginder?
Finished football season tonight's our last game
Oh,
for the seventh graders.
good season. Good for you guys.
Hope they do well.
Yeah. Mr. Hannah?
I've had an opportunity to attend some sporting events. I've seen golf, cross country, soccer, tennis, and that was all good. I've had good weather for that. Had an RDC meeting tonight. Basically, the discussion of RDC. What they try to do is they buy land for the town of Pendleton. So there's a lot of discussion on some things they're trying to accomplish there. Had a meeting last night. A presentation was made about the comprehensive plan that I was a part of that. They do about every 7 or 8 years, and they made they made a presentation to the planning commission, and then they'll make a recommendation to the town council. So that all went really well. Yeah.
Mrs. Blake?
I just think that the donations, I think that they should always get like a little special shout out. I just think it's really great that One Glove, donated the basketball, adjusters, the money to get those done. I know that, YMCA has worked really hard with that, and One Glove, Cal and Jody Wilson just do so much for this community, the sports, and not just Pendleton. I mean, Anderson Community Schools, they just do a lot for youth sports in this community, so I just think they deserve like a special thing.
All right. Mr. Hutton?
Yes, I, along with numerous people in the room tonight, observed the Golden Shovel program yesterday. I'd be interested to know if we won any of the Golden Shovels, or...
I'm not sure that we have the results yet.
Oh, okay, could be. But I just think it's a magnificent opportunity for the kids. And looking back, I don't know if I was in high school, if I had that kind of an activity that I could go to and participate in.
Different kind of shovel.
Yes, it's a different kind of a shovel, but it was real interesting.
Mr. Thompson?
I don't have anything.
I have some.
Sure.
Just wanted to give some kudos out to our new athletic director at the middle school. The kids went out and they pick up trash every year. That's one of the things they do around the school. And then Ryan had them go out to the football field and they picked up trash out there. And to reward them after practice one evening, he bought them all pizza.
Oh, really?
And I thought, you know what, that's going out of your way, and that's awesome. He is awesome. So I thought I should point that out.
Absolutely. Great. Okay. I also went to that Golden Shovel competition. I'd never been to that training center. It's amazing. Teams from all over the state were there. It was great. And kids have an opportunity to have an experience that if they choose to go in that field that pays very, very well in the trades. I was glad that the trades were being recognized, and it was wonderful. Really pleased. I also went to a girls' soccer game the other day. Great to see our kids out there competing. I know sectional's coming up for them. Our girls' golf did not get out of sectional, unfortunately, but we have boys' soccer's coming up, sectional volleyball's coming up, so a lot of sports, and then we'll swing right into the winter season. And I'm very thankful that our teachers and our students get a week off here coming up next week. So good for all of them. So that's all I've got. Okay. 8.1, adjournment of the regular meeting. We'll entertain a motion.
motion.
I'll second that.
Okay. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes.
John Moore?
Yes. Okay, we will now roll right into the public hearing on the tentative contract. Dr. Hall?
Thank you, President Lord. Indiana Code 20-29-6-19A requires that after the parties have reached a tentative agreement, the school employer must hold a public meeting to discuss the tentative agreement that has been posted on the district's website, smcsc.com. So through the collective bargaining process, the following tentative agreement has been reached between the corporation and the South Madison Classroom Teachers Association. So the tentative agreement, duration of the tentative agreement would be July 1 of 2025 to June 30th of 2027. So we have the tentative agreement is a 2-year tentative agreement. You'll see in the tentative agreement, there's a lot of blue language. That is because of all the changes to the state requirements to the compensation model. And so we basically had to rewrite the entire compensation model. And so we've had 2 video calls with Herb over the last couple of weeks to make sure that our contract is compliant. So our compensation model, the changes to the tentative agreement for the 25-26 school year, we've agreed to add $350 to the base salary, which makes our line 1 $50,350 through line 40, which is $96,215. We have agreed that all returning teachers will move 1 line on the matrix, which is equal to $1,135. So a total increase for salary lines 2 through 40, including the increment would be $1,485 for any of our returning teachers. That is the increase to our base salary. So our base salary, just to keep this into perspective, in the 2021 school year. And the reason why I picked that one is because that's the year I became superintendent. So the year that started, our base salary is $38,014. And now we are at $50,350. So that's an increase over those 6 years of $12,336. So that's a 32% increase over that time in base salary. So that's the 2025. 2026, we've agreed to add an additional $150 to the base salary. So our salary matrix, line 1 will be $50,500 to line 40, $96,365. So, and again, teachers, returning teachers will advance 1 line on that matrix, which is equal to $1135. The total increase in salary lines 2 through 40, including that increment for year 2, is $1,285. So that changes back to our original base of $38,014 in the 2021 year, from $38,014 to $50,500. So that's an increase of $12,486. So it's a 33% increase. So essentially, it's another 1% the second year. There's no increase to any extracurricular positions. So those line items will still be multiplied by 50,000, which was our base salary to start this year. So we're not making any change to those. That's the main changes to our compensation model. The other change that we made that I had not listed in here, if you in my notes, but it's in the tentative agreement that any teachers by law now that possess a literacy endorsement have to be paid a substantial amount more than teachers that do not have a literacy endorsement. So what we agreed upon was $160. So teachers that have a literacy endorsement will receive an additional $160 on top of these numbers that I just gave you. And that's by law, we have to differentiate that out. So moving on to some language items. In terms of leave days, we added 5 additional bereavement days for a total of 10 days for any employee who has the death of a spouse or a child instead of 5. We agreed to add 15 additional days for the parental leave, so that is now a total of 30 days after having a child. We changed the repayment requirement from the catastrophic sick bank from 3 days to 5 days. So if you need to use the catastrophic sick bank, you'll have to repay that back 2 days quicker. And then we also added a provision that when teachers retire, they can donate up to 75 days of their accumulated days to the catastrophic sick bank when they leave. So, in terms of insurance, and I'm talking about the primary change was to our medical insurance plan. What we did, we agreed to change the deductible for the traditional health plan the plan to $750 per person and $1,500 for a family inside our PPO network. The old contract, those deductibles were $500 and $1,000. We also agreed to change the total out-of-pocket expenses that are charged for the traditional plan to $3,000 and $6,000. The old contract, previous contract, those amounts were $1,000 and $2,000, so that's a pretty substantial increase. We also changed the total out-of-pocket expenses for the high deductible health plan. It increased to $8,500 and $17,000 in network, and $15,000 and $30,000 out of network. The old numbers were $5,000 and $10,000 and $10,000 and $20,000. So that is also a substantial change, and it essentially is trying to move people more into our network providers. So those are the changes that were agreed to on insurance. And then we made some changes to the ECA stipends. Although we're not changing the multiplier number, we made a couple adjustments to those. So we changed director of summer band with band camp to the director of marching band, because that other term is irrelevant. We don't have a summer band camp. And we also changed the assistant director of summer bands to assistant director of marching band to better match the positions that we actually have. We added a stipend for jazz band, added a stipend for pep band, and we added a stipend for girls golf coach at the middle school, because we're hopeful to start a girls golf team at the middle school. Currently it's co-ed, but we have enough players to split those now, and most of our competition are not co-ed teams. And so we could not do that because we didn't have a way to pay them. So that will be a change that we'll probably make a recommendation to in the future. So, then we also added a provision that the contract could be reopened if the district enrollment increases or decreases by 150 students, or if the state makes substantial changes to the funding formula, or if there's a critical financial need arises with our self-insurance fund. So if we needed to open it next summer, if any of those three conditions occurred, we could ask, either side could ask to reopen the contract, and we could make adjustments as needed. So those are the terms of our tentative agreement, so I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions for Dr. Hall?
The tentative agreement was ratified by the Classroom Teacher Association on Tuesday, and now we have a legal requirement that you cannot approve this budget. I think it's 7 days, but we'll bring it back to our next board meeting when we come back from fall break. So we'll ask for approval of this contract at our next board meeting when we return back from fall break, and then pending approval to that, we will start issuing back retro pay at that point.
Great. Okay. Anything else for Dr. Hall? All right. Thank you, Dr. Hall. There's no need to adjourn this meeting because we're just hearing with Dr. Hall.
Correct.
So, all right, we will conclude, and